So the part of me that's emotionally overwhelmed is being overpowered by the part of me that's like saying, speak, say something. And so speak and say something, people keep walking up to us and be like, what are you going to do with all that money? Could say we're going to Disney World, but we're gonna meet Max stealing the show. We're gonna meet as a board. We're gonna be meeting with various experts to make sure that this process with this money is entirely transparent, so that you guys know exactly where this money is being spent, because you are the ones that make it happen. We're gonna do this as a community, because this is all of our money. This is all of our work together, and we're doing it together. And we're doing it together because some of you have been reading since you were 4 or 5 or 6 years old, been going to movies, been going to TV shows, watching TV shows, and have been believing in the power of story individually. But this has been historic because we can come together collectively, and actually, all those dreams we've ever had of being that hero we wanted to be, we actually have the power to do it. And thank you, Kim, because you just made it actually possible in the physical world. So, let's see, what else to say, Andrew? No, I'm just kidding, I have something to say. I have something very special to say. And that is that everyone contributed to this campaign. We've already talked about that. Some of you were working tirelessly and not getting any sleep, and it was insane. So get some sleep after this conference. But there are a couple of individuals who stand out in some big ways, though I will say that because the margin was so small, everyone made a huge difference. Before I get to those individuals, I just want to say the voting was so tight at the end. We were neck and neck. But if you looked at who we were neck and neck with, they're a pretty amazing organization. And if you look at that leaderboard, all these other amazing organizations, give you some faith. So I'm honored and humbled that we're on that leaderboard with all of those groups. And I hope that we work with them, because that's part of what we do as an organization, is work and help other groups fulfill their mission statements. We're going to keep doing that. So back to the individuals who helped. We were doing incredibly. Those of you who know Kate were under her general command with like, let's go, let's go, let's go. But when we got that boost in votes, the real boost came, anybody know John Green? Okay, fine. So you don't know who he is, but he's a best-selling young adult, New York Times best-selling young adult author who has been one of the most innovative people with video. He and his brother Hank run the Nerd Fighters. I'm saying and John put out a video for us, and right after that video, there was such a spike in votes, thanks to Harry Potter fans and Nerd Fighters who all came together and made this happen. John's video was one of the best videos I've ever seen, not only from him, but in my entire life. And he mentioned us and told us we should vote. But for those who haven't seen the video, the star of that video was a young woman named Esther. It is thanks to John and Hank that I have had the unique privilege to not only learn about Esther, but get to spend time with her and call her my friend in the same weekend that John did. Esther has cancer, but Esther is someone much more than someone who is ill. She is someone who is vibrant, alive, loving, selfless, and one of the most incredible individuals I've ever met in the brief time that I've even known her. And for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, she asked that all of her best friends that she met through the HPA and the Harry Potter fandom and Nerdfighteria to come to Boston and to come to Boston and celebrate with her. And they had the most amazing weekend. I got to hang out with them and watch fireworks. It was incredible. And they got to have one of their favorite authors, John Green, come and spend a day with them. And John made a video about this weekend. And when he said, I want to do something for Esther right now, and then I realized that one of her favorite organizations, and one of the reasons why he even knows her, is running for $250,000. And you guys should vote for them. Not only because they're amazing, not only because we've done amazing work with them, but as a way of saying hi to Esther. Not as a way of voting for Esther, because he said then she'll hate me, but voting with Esther. And after we won, there were a lot of tweets going out. There were a lot of tweets that were saying we won it with Esther. And now I've given her way too big of an introduction because she's probably freaking out a little, but you don't have to freak out. You're totally cool. You can just be your normal self. But I'm looking at her right now. She's on video Skype, and Lizzie's gonna put her on the screen.